Welcome back. I'm Ves Sobot. My guest today is Tribu Persaud of Norwich Plastics, Canadian leader in plastics recycling. Before the break, we were talking about the challenges of Canadian business today. I understand Norwich Plastics has a joint venture in Tennessee that you were mentioning. How do you find doing business in the United States versus Canada?
Well, I mean, the lower tax rate in the US definitely makes things a little easier for us. The lack of carbon taxes and the overall, I find, more friendlier attitude towards the plastics industry. Um, I think that makes things easier for us. But in the end, as a small business and a small business owner, the most attractive thing for us is the incentives that U.S. states and regions offer Canadian businesses to relocate.
So they compete hard for Canadian business.
Absolutely, tax breaks, incentives, helping with paying for new jobs and labor and training, those kinds of things. You know, we've been operating in Canada for 30 plus years, and I've never had another province or another region or anything anything like that, you know, approach us to say, hey, expand here or relocate here or grow your business here, and we can offer you something. It seems that our experience in Canada is, you know, when you expand here, it's development fees and regulations, red tape.
A lot of gatekeepers.
A lot of gatekeepers,
right?
Yeah.
So it sounds like you're considering expanding in the United States.
Well, I mean, like I said, the mouth goes where the soup leaks, you know? Right. So that's kind of, and anywhere there's opportunity to divert materials from landfill, we'll definitely, you know, look to lead the charge.
Now, you were mentioning about regulations. What is it about the American system that makes it more friendly for plastics recyclers, plastics manufacturers?
Well, I think that in Canada we have a very strong anti-plastics lobby. And I think that has affected governments and institutions and policymakers into knee-jerk reactions that may not be in our best interest and best benefit when fully evaluated. You know, we're talking about bans here in Canada, regulations, registries, things that are not imposed on other materials.
Right.
And they're not imposed in forest jurisdictions. So that makes, you know, doing a business in Canada in those aspects somewhat uncompetitive and a little more burdensome than in other
Plastics
markets.
are so ubiquitous, it's just impossible to ban them. I mean, it's a part of modern society today. We have to work on improving how we manage them at the end of life, and that's really your art. That's what you do all the time. Tell me, is there carbon taxes in the United States? Are there those kind of taxes that are imposed in the United States as well, or is that just Canada?
Well, I mean, in the U.S., they haven't imposed carbon taxes that I'm aware of yet. You know, but it goes to more than just carbon taxes. You know, one of the issues that we have as a business is getting employees, right? Well, all the anti-plastics rhetoric, all the anti-plastics words that are coming out and policies that are coming out from our government doesn't inspire Canadians to work for a plastic recycler.
Right.
And we're the ones doing the sustainability side of the business. Imagine a company making manufactured products or making resin. You know, you have people coming in saying, I don't want to be part of this industry that's bad for the world. When the exact opposite is true for the most part, when compared to other competing materials, plastics have a lower carbon footprint, right, in their manufacture. And unlike many other competing materials, plastics can be recycled.
And you've proven it, 50 million pounds a year. Just an extraordinary success story. And the recycling program with hospitals is really a cherry on the cake, is it not? Tell me, coming into the studio today, I just heard that diesel fuel is going to be in short supply. Is that going to affect your operations both in Canada and the United States, or what do you make of that?
Well, I mean, everything has to get transported to us or to our customers. At the end of the day, diesel fuel and fuel rates are going to affect not just recycling, but the entire value chain, as well as every single citizen in our country. We are all dependent on materials, products. You know, we live in a country that's cold 6 months of the year, and we have mangoes
lucky.
and fruit, you know, in our grocery stores. These things come from trucks. These things come from transportation, and diesel is what brings them. The scary thing that you know, I find with Canada.
Hold your thought.
Okay.
And we'll bring it right back right after the break.
All right.